When I tell you how excited I am to share this video with you today, it is not an over-exaggeration in any way. Brantley over at Big Idea Design reached out to me somehow and offered to send me over some of their everyday notebooks to really give a try, as well as a pen on top of it, and I'm here today to show you them firsthand. And before anyone makes any assumptions or asks in the comments, I promise you I am not sponsored at all by Big Idea Design. They actually reached out to me directly out of the kindness of their own hearts, and they offered me to really test out a couple of these products. So it's just a really kind gesture from Brantley and the folks over at Big Idea Design. So a big thank you, but I just wanted to make it clear that I'm not gaining anything from this, right? I'm not being paid at all to say anything, to show these products. There's no business. And also they even gave me this really nice thank you note. Let me grab it really quick. The note says, "Colin, hope you love the pen and the notebook as much as I do. Excited to hear your thoughts. Hope you're having an awesome day. Brantley." So again, super, super awesome guy. Part of me is kind of geeking out and probably being weird about it, but at the same time, can you blame me? These everyday notebooks come in a pack of 3. Looks like they are dog grid and contain 60 pages and made right here in the USA in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So that's always a plus. Love seeing that. And my goodness, each one has a different design and each one is beautiful. I'm a big matte black guy, so that's a huge W right there out of the gate. And that's not to mention the neat little ruler bookmark and sticker that comes with it. Another quick note I want to add is that these contain 104 GSM paper in each notebook, which is pretty darn thick and pretty darn nice paper for a pocket notebook. You don't see that a lot these days. And also, I believe these hold 60 pages, so that's a plus as well, because it just extends the life of each notebook just a little bit longer. And if you're anything like me, I tend to write a lot. I fill these things up quick, so just that little bit of extra pages is a plus in my opinion. Now over to the pen. I love the packaging of this. We have a nice little thank you card and sticker, and then there it is. It even comes with some spare parts. That's pretty cool. And here it is, the Big Idea Design Bolt Action Pen. I am totally loving the look of this pen. I was able to pick out the pen of my choosing, and I, of course, had to get the full titanium with DLC black, and it just looks clean. The pen itself comes with a Schmidt ballpoint refill, but can replace with a whole laundry list of other refill options, hence them claiming the most refill-friendly bolt action pen. So, of course, I wasted no time and started with some test writing, and first thing I noticed was the paper being buttery smooth. As far as the pen, the refill could definitely be upgraded. I'm just not really a ballpoint guy. I'm kind of notorious for hating ballpoints, so it's going to take a little bit of experimenting to find the refill that really works the best for me. The pen itself is a bit heavy, but is balanced in a good way. It feels comfortable to use, and it's honestly a solid complement to this everyday notebook, both aesthetically and functionally. But if I'm being honest with you right now, I'm more impressed with this notebook. It's such a satisfying paper to write on. And yes, I even tested with a fountain pen with Pilot Iroshizuku ink, which is famous for being a very wet ink, by the way, and still nothing. Minimal bleed through at most. Overall, I've got to say this is right up here with the big boys. This is a contender. This is worthy of at least trying to see how it feels for you. I do have a couple minor critiques that I think could make this thing even better and push it well beyond everybody else. And this will honestly come down to personal preference. So what I say here, you might not necessarily agree with, and that's totally okay. At the end of the day, it just comes down to taste. But a couple things that I think could push this really to the next level is if we switch out these staple bindings to a sewn bound notebook. Many people prefer the staple binding for pocket notebooks specifically, which I get it. For me, it's just more durable. I think with my history with all my notebooks, including regular size and journals, but also obviously with pocket notebooks, sewn binding just feels better. It's more durable. It's more flexible. And it just feels a little bit more high in quality. And then the only other thing I can potentially add is the price. If this was bumped down, even just $5, about that $20, $15 range, I feel like that would be perfect. I feel like that keeps up with obviously the biggest heavy hitter field notes. But again, those critiques are so minor. These are beautiful notebooks. definitely worth the try, definitely worth the purchase. The fact it's made right here in the USA as well, it feels special. You can tell this is not your average notebook that you just find in Walmart, right? When you use it, you will notice the quality. You will feel that you're using a higher end product. So that I can only give all the credit to the world to Big Idea Design and the team over there. They're making some great products, and I'm just so thankful for the opportunity to show you these things, right? So this was a really cool experience for me. I'm excited to use the rest of these notebooks and play with some different refills in the bolt action pen, because at the end of the day, it comes down to the refill. It's not the pen body that's the problem. It's just finding the right refill for that specific pen. But at the end of the day, I'm not here to tell you which pocket notebook is best. I just wanted to show you these really cool stationery gifts sent over, again, out of the kindness of Big Idea Design's hearts. I even made the outline to this video you're watching right now in this thing because I simply cannot stop writing in it. It's just a lot of fun to use. I think anybody who loves notebooks, loves stationery, pens, everything, they love the feeling of trying out new products, and this is exactly where I'm at with this notebook and pen combo. So I appreciate you more than you know, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.